Ben with Super Pump Podcast here at the Boston Tea Party Shift. Are you teed off about things in your life or in your world? Are you teed off about injustice and things that just aren't right, aren't fair? Well, you have two choices. You can continue to piss and moan about it, tell your friends and family this holiday season how this isn't good or that isn't good, or you can try doing something. Today is the 252nd anniversary of the Boston Tea Party. Behind me, we have a replica ship of the Tea Party. Bostonians were fed up with taxation and high taxation, but they were also fed up with monopoly. They could only buy tea from the East India Tea Company, and that really made them mad because they jacked up the price, and it was really unfair pricing. They were mad about this monopoly idea, this taxation idea, but the real underlying thing was they were upset that they didn't have control and self-determination of their lives. They went aboard ships from the East India Tea Company, and they threw 342 crates of tea into Boston Harbor. And that upset the British, that upset the East India Tea Company, and it got them on the radar. It got their cause on the radar. But here's the thing, and I want you to think about this as you think about what actions you want to take to stop injustice that you're teed up about, is first off, it was very targeted. It was like $1.6 million in today's dollars worth of economic impact. It was targeted. Second thing was, it was nonviolent. They didn't go on board and kill the entire crew and throw them in the harbor, right? That would have been over the top. So the third thing is they changed behavior. They decided, you know what? We don't have to keep drinking tea. We can try some other things. When you look around and you see dozens and dozens of coffee shops all around you in your community, part of that comes back to Boston Tea Party because Americans stopped drinking tea at the rate they had. They decided, let's try this newfangled thing called coffee. And do you know what? That worked out pretty well. It actually took off. They started drinking coffee, but that had an economic impact. If you stop buying the things that are being produced unjustly or unfairly, whether that's child labor and the products in that way, or unfair wages, whatever that is, as we celebrate 252 years since the Boston Tea Party on December 16th, what are you teed up about? What are you willing to do about it? And how are you going to do that in a nonviolent, targeted way that has an impact? Get out there and make your stand. This has been Super Pump Podcast. I am Super Pumped out.
Thanks for joining me today on the Super Pump Life podcast. If you enjoyed today's show, I have two really quick next steps for you. First, subscribe or follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or YouTube so you don't miss future shows. And second, jump on over to superpump.com where there are all kinds of great tips and tools for you to launch your Super Pump life. Keep well, and I'll see you next time.